In Europe, in the European Union, coordinates 55 degrees north 24 degrees east, 55 degrees north 24 degrees east, 55. 24 Lithuania, officially the Republic of Lithuania, is a country in the Baltic region of Europe. It is one of the Baltic states, and lies on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea, to the southeast of Sweden and the east of Denmark, with Latvia to the north, Belarus to the east and south, Poland to the south, and Kaliningrad Oblast of Russia to the southwest. Lithuania covers an area of 65,300 square kilometers, with a population of 2.7 million. Its capital and largest city is Vilnius. Other major cities are Kaunas and Klaipėda. Lithuanians belong to the ethno-linguistic group of the Balts, and speak Lithuanian, one of only two living Baltic languages. For centuries the southeastern shores of the Baltic Sea were inhabited by various Baltic tribes. In the 1230s, the Lithuanian lands were united by Mindaugas and the Kingdom of Lithuania was created on 6 July 1253. In the 14th century, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania was the largest country in Europe. Present-day Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, and parts of Poland and Russia were all territories of the Grand Duchy. With the Lublin Union of 1569, Lithuania and Poland formed a voluntary two-state personal union, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The Commonwealth lasted more than 2 centuries, until neighboring countries dismantled it in 1772 to 1795, with the Russian Empire annexing most of Lithuania's territory. As World War I neared its end, Lithuania's Act of Independence was signed on 16 February 1918. To found the modern Republic of Lithuania. In the Second World War, Lithuania was first occupied by the Soviet Union and then by Nazi Germany. As World War II neared an end and the Germans retreated, the Soviet Union reoccupied Lithuania. On the 11th of March 1990, a year before the formal dissolution of the Soviet Union, Lithuania became the first Baltic state to proclaim its independence. Under the state of Lithuania, Lithuania is a developed country, with an high-income advanced economy, ranking very high in the Human Development Index. It ranks favorably in terms of civil liberties, press freedom and internet freedom. However, Lithuania has experienced a gradual population decline since the 1990s, with social issues such as income inequality and high suicide rate remaining a problem. Lithuania is a member of the European Union, the Council of Europe, Eurozone, the Nordic Investment Bank, Schengen Agreement, NATO and OECD. It participates in the Nordic-Baltic 8 regional cooperation format. The first known record of the name of Lithuania is in the 9th of March 1009 story of Saint Bruno in the Quedlinburg Chronicle. The chronicle recorded a Latinized form of the name Lietuva, Lietuva, due to the lack of reliable evidence. The true meaning of the name is unknown. Nowadays, scholars still debate the meaning of the word and there are a few plausible versions. Since Lietuva has a suffix, the original word should have no suffix. A likely candidate is Lieta, because many Baltic ethnonyms originated from hydronyms. Linguists have searched for its origin among local hydronyms usually. Such names evolved through the following process. Hydronym right-pointing arrow toponym right-pointing arrow ethnonym. Lietava, a small river not far from Kernavė, the core area of the early Lithuanian state and a possible first capital of the eventual Grand Duchy of Lithuania, is usually credited as the source of the name. However, the river is very small and some find it improbable that such a small and local object could have lent its name to an entire nation. On the other hand, such naming is not unprecedented in world history. Arturas Dubonis proposed another hypothesis, that Lietuva relates to the word Lišai. From the middle of the 13th century, Lišai were a distinct warrior social group of the Lithuanian society subordinate to the Lithuanian ruler or the state itself. The word Lišai is used in the 14th to 16th century historical sources as an ethnonym for Lithuanians, and is still used, usually poetically or in historical contexts. In the Latvian language, which is closely related to Lithuanian, The first people settled in the territory of Lithuania after the last glacial period in the 10th millennium BC. Kunda, Naman and Narva cultures, they were traveling hunters and did not form stable settlements. In the 8th millennium BC, the climate became much warmer, and forests developed. The inhabitants of what is now Lithuania then traveled less and engaged in local hunting, gathering and freshwater fishing. Agriculture did not emerge until the 3rd millennium BC due to a harsh climate and terrain and a lack of suitable tools to cultivate the land. Crafts and trade also started to form at this time. Over a millennium, the Indo-Europeans, who arrived in the 3rd-2nd millennium BC, mixed with the local population and formed various Baltic tribes. The Baltic tribes did not maintain close cultural or political contacts with the Roman Empire, but they did maintain trade.